The gods of anchoring, thank you. What a peaceful night. I think that was the most peaceful anchorage I've ever been to. Camineras, northwestern Spain. We'd love to stay for longer, spend a day fishing, relaxing, knacking the dog out and stuff like that. But we've got to go. There's some strong wind arriving this afternoon. And this place would be perfectly fine with that. But we'd rather go south for 35 miles to a place called Muros, where we can tie up alongside, and it's a lovely place by all accounts. So looking forward to going there. And yeah, the weather's coming in for 2 or 3 days. So yeah, if we did stay, we'd be here for like 3 days. We ain't got that time, have we, babes?
Don't have the time.
We don't have the time. Where's the time gone?
No, sailors, we don't have the time, because in this episode we navigate Spain's Costa da Morte, the coast of death. A place known for shipwrecks and where, according to legend, the wind brings terrible nightmares.
Misty morning, can't see no sun. I know you're out there somewhere, having fun. Hopefully we get some more visibility. Closer look at today's passage, coming from here down to Muros, Cape Finisterre. Foggy Cape Finisterre. It's only foggy because Melvin said so though. If he'd said it was sunny Finisterre, I'm sure it would be sunny. So yeah, we can stay pretty much on the 20 metre contour all the way down, although in this reduced visibility that is a bit not the greatest. But yeah, we should be in time for lunch, hopefully. 20 to 3's prime lunchtime in Spain. Welcome to another episode of Fog Watch. We are in the fog, we are in the gloom. It is wet, it is cold, the dog's got a blanket. Because she was shivering. How nice was that anchorage though?
It was so nice. But this is not.
It was absolutely, I slept like a baby on sleeping tablets, honestly. Is that a thing?
Hopefully not.
It was with me, it didn't do me any harm. But yeah, this is restricted visibility. So we've got our nav lights on, we've got our steaming light on. I've noticed that other boats have been doing the same, the fishing vessels, which are obviously in a hurry to get back for some reason, because they keep almost just missing us. They're putting AIS just going beep, 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 beep. Isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's got a bit of bonkers.
Right. We are 5 hours away. We've only got another 5 hours of this. And we got a southwesterly swell. What?
I don't get it. I don't get how the swell has moved.
It's been northwesterly for I don't know how long. Now the wind is supposed to be northerly as well, and it's southerly again. I hope that changes, because later on, when the strong wind comes in, which I think we're still going to be in when it hits, it's supposed to come from the north, and if it comes from the south, well, it'll be rubbish. We shall see. Oh, there are times when a cup of hot tea is just the business, isn't it? Now is one of those times. Oh, well done to Faye for making it and all, because I tell you what, you need a decent constitution to be down below making tea in this swell. You woke up. You woke up. Go back to Cape. And just off the port, you see the beautiful Cabo de la Nave. The last Cabo or Cape before we get to Finisterre. Isn't it beautiful? Look at the rock formations.
Gorgeous.
Amazing. That's one of the nicest ones.
What a view.
So our pilot book says that if you're coming down this coastline, you should stay well out to sea. Because the swell that comes in from the Atlantic hits off the land, comes back off, hits the swell that's coming back off the Atlantic, just creates an awful chop. But this book was obviously written pre-Orca trying to take over the world, one boat rudder at a time, and therefore we've got to be inshore, currently on the 22 metre line, or 22 metres depth. And what's the swell like, Faye?
Well, you can see I'm just doing this all the time.
It's like being on some kind of crap gypsy fairground
Like
ride.
being on a stability board.
Yeah, and you can't see a thing. But I mean, the only other sailboats we've seen today are all doing the same thing, and you just see the mast rocking from left to right, like something rotten. You may also be thinking, what's happened to our hair? Where's Rob's timeless classic haircut? Well, Faye sorted that the other day, didn't you, Faye? Well, you took a bit too much off, like.
Put a bit too much off the
You
front.
did. Proper value
The
for
rest
money.
is nice.
So I got my own back and dyed her hair ginger.
It's copper.
Tune in next week for more hairdressing tips. And here we have the Centolo de Finisterre, and behind it, Cape Finisterre, looking gorgeous.
Let me pause for a second. Did you know Finisterre gets its name from the Latin finis terrae, meaning end of the earth, because in Roman times it was the most western point of the known world. Anyway, back to Rob.
Much closer than we would like, but this is how close you've got to be to get 20 metres. Someone's been attacked this morning, about 50 miles south of us, but their rudder got smacked 3 times. They were well offshore as well, so that must have been terrifying, actually. Hopefully everyone's all right. And for anyone who didn't see Cape Finisterre the first time around, there it is again. Oh, the swell. Oh. It's trying to get out. Try harder. These sailing tours are not the same in fog. I don't think it's going to catch on.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
More beautiful Galicia.
something floating in the water.
Something floating. Oh, there is as well. It's not an orca, that's fine. First land I've seen all day. The winds arrive from the north. Looks beautiful though. Welcome to another episode of Croquetas Hunters. What do we have here? The Chief Croquetas Hunter. What have you found?
Tiny little croquettes. Seafood croquettes.
Oh, they look so fresh.
They're little dinky ones.
Are they fresh?
Yeah.
Are they hot?
This one's falling apart. Okay.
What's it like?
Moorish. I think we could have like a bucket of them.
Oh my god, I love them. And mussels and salad. Olives.
Delicious.
Yewy, we're out on a walk. Let's go.
Just walking Yewy before we head off this morning. It's a nice sunrise. I had a lovely night last night. Our friends Hilda and Layla came over from Beauty. Rob made a nice salad with these gorgeous prawns, so nice. And then we had chicken and garlic with so much garlic. I think if the orcas come today, I'll just breathe on them rather than throw sand. I'll just breathe, I'll go, and they'll disappear.
Well, what a lovely place Muros is. Wind has been rattling through there for the last 3 days, but no swell whatsoever in the marina, which is just a godsend. So it's been relatively peaceful there, and we're back on the move now. The winds have abated slightly, and we're going to do 43 miles south to Moana, just to anchor off there for the night. And then the day after that, we're going to hopefully make a dash for Portugal. We shall see what the winds do. Northeasterly wind today, very light at the moment, doing a downwind sail, doing about 5 knots. Peaceful, no swell in the rear. I mean, God, I'd take this for the rest of the day. It's not going to be like that once we get out the rear and back into the Atlantic. It's going to be a bit swelly, but we'll see. We're sailing in company today. We've got a Dutch boat with us, Beauty, just over there off the port. Wow. Sailing along quite nicely, heading in the same direction. It's always nice to sail in company, even though you're like hundreds of yards apart. It's like reassuring or something. So yeah, this is bloody nice. Might have a cup of tea. What a lovely Saturday sail.
It's nice.
It's like no swell at all. When was the last time we said that? It was a long time ago. We were just having a chatter over the cup of tea there, and I was just saying, like, sailing is one of those activities where the more you learn, the more you do, the more you understand, the more like you can grow confidence and become comfortable. But it also has the propensity to throw things at you which can really shatter that confidence quite quickly and put you on your arse firmly, you know, where you kind of, that experience kind of goes out the window, and you just feel generally uncomfortable and vulnerable. You know, whether that's just an awful sail where the weather forecast's just been wrong and you've been tossed from pillar to post and whatnot, or if something fundamental breaks on the boat, then you're worried about all the other systems on the boat, you know, what else could break. Or whether you've just been tired and, you know, you haven't slept for a week, you know, properly because of whatever factors. It takes a long time to build that confidence back up. Sails like this morning, though, really do help with that, and certainly I think we needed this so far. I mean, we're not counting our chickens, because once we get out of this rear, we'll be back into the Atlantic swell, and it's going to be a lot more windy out there as well. But certainly, as an introduction for a couple of hours, it's
Making
really
the
nice.
most of it while we've got it.
Yeah, just super, lovely, peaceful. I mean, you were just saying, Faye just made a cup of tea down below.
Yeah, and what a pleasant change. Like, just you could just make a cup of tea. You weren't having to like keep hold of every single thing while bracing yourself,
Yeah,
while
you were
trying not to scold yourself.
Literally just standing making cup of tea, like glorious, you know.
And I let go of them to go and get the biscuits. Didn't have to like wedge them into the sink.
And then I hadn't eaten all of the biscuits either, so there was biscuits there to eat, you know. Yeah, either way, you know, just some thoughts really. Yeah.
We're trying to chill.
We are trying to chill.
Rob's just winched the main in a little bit so that we can get the preventer on the end of the boom. There's it's light winds, tiny bit of swell, so everything's starting to go a bit floppy, so we'll get that secured. and just onto the creek back here.
Oh,
Sorted.
what was I saying about sailing? We've now got a southerly wind right in our faces. Not on any of the forecasts. So, oh, bloody hell, the engine's on, we're motor sailing. Side on swells back. We've been softened by the last couple of hours. It's now time for the elements to harden us back up. Thanks, Mother Nature. It's toasty time. We were going to have a salad for lunch, but it's bloody freezing, so a nice hot toasty it is. This is going to be hotter than the surface of the sun, this toasty. Woohoo! But it's warming me cockles. That's the most important thing. So in this part of the journey, we could take the direct route down past this E26. This is a very deep stretch of open water there for about an hour and a half, and as you can see, I've put the marker on. There was an auger attack there just 3 days ago. So we're gonna come the inshore route here between the two islands and continue south once we get into this more shallow water. It does put us on a close reach as well, which means we are doing 6.2 knots, so every cloud has a silver lining. But yeah, there was quite an interesting and open write-up from a skipper the other day who was involved in an auger attack. He got hit 8 times on the rudder, and he wrote quite a long kind of analysis of what had happened. Number one thing he'd said was he'd wish he'd stayed inshore. He went further offshore because it was better for the wind. He didn't want to pay for marinas and so on, so he went well offshore. And put himself in the pickle, and he said should never have done that. Stick to the inshore route, stick to the shallows. That's what he would do again. So most of the other boats that we've spoken to are doing exactly the same, sticking well inshore, and I think we just all feel a little bit safer doing that as well. Back into the gloom. Fog's here. It's going to stay here for a while. I'm not surprised. It's bloody freezing out here, and I'm sure it's bloody lovely sunny day on land. So yes, can't see a thing now. Always makes us feel a bit disconcerted for ships and rocks and whatnot. But in this neck of the woods, the bloody things and the fishy things in the water as well. Can't see them either. Although some dolphins just came to say hello. Always nice to see them jump right out of the water. Tremendous.
Well, sailors, the fog did eventually clear, and we found ourselves in the very pretty Ría de Vigo, which happens to be a nudist beach. Come back next week when we might get our kit off. No promises. But we do have some trouble getting our anchor up before making some more friends on our way to Portugal. Like, comment, share and subscribe, or buy us a coffee. And as always, fair winds.